What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Carter Podcast. I'm your host, Carter the Boss. You already know what it is. We so is respect important? And if it is, how important is it? So let's just get it like this. There are aspects of the game of life that we must go through to make sure people understand how important respect is for us. We can't just sit around and hope and wish and try to figure out if having that respect factor is going to factor into a whole lot of other things in life. What if somebody told you everything you were doing was for nothing? Is it one of those things that we say, damn, I'm doing the best I can and it's still not good enough? There's going to be those moments where people look at you and say, I could care less how you feel. You ever seen that one person, whenever you don't feel good, they feel worse? It's almost like they gotta have an up in everything, right? Nobody has it worse than a person who's. What if you just woke up one morning and said, you know what? I don't care if don't nobody respect me. I'm just gonna do whatever. Can we go through life like that? Does it factor into anything else that we have to say or do? See, respect goes a long way. You play the game of life. You win some, you lose some. But respect is one thing that can't go out the window. People will be like, oh, yeah, but trust is way more important than respect. Nah. Because if you respect me enough, I know you'll trust me enough. You'll have that trust factor where you won't try to break me. What if we just told the world, I need to be respected even if you don't like me? Does that play a part in how we would travel down this road of respect? Most people have never had respect, so they don't know how to give it because they never earned it from anybody. You ever been in a relationship where you feel like the respect that you thought you had, you don't? It's different. Family members don't even respect you. You ever done everything for everybody else, and when it's your turn to get help, people just dip? Christopher, what's up? It's different. We don't even teach our kids how to respect anymore. We just say, figure it out. Figure it out. How does that work? How does that even how does that even make sense? And then we wonder why people don't have the respect for us they should. You ever had to sit down with somebody you with and tell them about how they're in the wrong? You tell them they're in the wrong and they take it and they just make it all about you. You ever had to tell your family you only respect me when money's involved? That is different. It is different. Because nobody wants to respect you if they don't have to. Many people will tell me, like, say, man, you look like a hard-working person. I said, I'm a hard-working, stressed-out person. I just don't show it because people respect me enough to know that whatever they ask to get done is going to get done. See, it's different levels to this. You can't be tough and soft. So you can't be like, oh, I demand my respect, but you can walk over top of me. That's not how that works. You really want to be that person that people can lean on. And at the same time, they know that you can lean on them. It's different. You ever watched a woman cry out of frustration because she's doing it all on her own? And then you ever seen a man sad because he's at work so much that he's missing his kids grow up? It's a different kind of respect. It's almost as if when you're trying to build something and someone keeps coming to tear it down because they can. You ever heard of that respect love? Respect love is the most dangerous thing in the world. Respect love is so dangerous that it'll make you blind to somebody just being themselves. But you respect and love them so much, you'll let them tear you down, build you up, and tear you down again. It's different. If you ever seen a person who works really, really hard, he'll love even harder than he works because he wants to make sure everybody around him is good before he makes sure himself is good. You can only do so much. I watched a lady tell me, she said, you walk around like you don't have a care or a worry in the world. Nah, you're not. It might just say you are, but you're not. I'm looking right here. There's plenty of people in here. You have to just know who you are. And at the end of the day, guess what? Somebody's going to care. You know who that person is? Yourself. Like, if you go around worrying about if people care about you, you're going to lose. But if you make sure people respect you, that's way different. I remember a kid was on here one time and he was like really trying to like go in. Like he was talking reckless. And then I fed into it and I started roasting him because I didn't know he was a kid at the time. So I started roasting him, going. And he said one thing that I'll never forget. You'll never know the life that I live. You'll never know what my father did to my mom. He said, my father left me. I said, no, your father left your mom. Your father still respects you as a child, but he just couldn't respect your mother any longer. And he says, well, why? Why can't they just respect each other and just talk it out? I said, how often does your mom yell? He said, all the time. I said, there's your answer. See, the cold part about respect is like if one person's doing all the yelling, that means the other person has to yell over them to get their point across. It's impossible. It's impossible. I'm the type of person, if we want to talk, we're going to talk. Let's have a conversation. Because we have to have a respect boundary. You have to know that everything that you stand for, you have to stand on. Never switch up. If you're a person that demands high quality respect, then you should have high quality respect. I got friends right now mad because I have this podcast. They respect me as their friend, but they don't want me to be respected as a business person because they need that. But here's the trick to it. I own the podcast that we're on right now. I own it. I own the merchandise that comes with it because I respected myself enough not to listen to somebody else. You win some, you lose some. But you can build another day. Feel free to understand that not everybody that smiles in your face is smiling for you. And not everybody that's clapping behind your back ain't trying to stab you in it. You just gotta make it make sense. Now tonight we just doing a short podcast because tomorrow we're gonna do an hour long one. But I just want y'all to know this is where you want to be. Tomorrow when we talk about disciplining kids and raising them correctly, y'all gonna see what it's all about. All right. Thank y'all for joining the Carter Podcast. I'll holla at y'all.